This past year, a lot changed. I had so much going on that somewhere along the way, I forgot why I came out here in the first place. I forgot the quiet. I forgot the healing. I forgot how much nature has always been my anchor. So this video isn't about chasing miles or checking boxes. It's about slowing down, about remembering why I chose this life, about coming back to the land, to the stillness, and letting nature do what it's always done for me, help me heal. This is me getting back to my reason. Hi there, babies. Good morning. Good morning. Mommy loves you. Do you hear that? What is that? Is it out here? Can you hear it? What? I can hear it. Can you hear it? What is it? What is that? What is it? Is it out here, little one? Is it out here? Maybe we should go outside and check it out. Let's go outside and check it out. Do you guys hear that? Can you hear it? Let's get a little closer. The mountains are calling. The mountains are calling for me. So, it looks like I must go be one with those mountains right there and pick one of them to go climb on top of. Like back in the day, every time I camped by some mountains like this, I'd have to go bag that peak right there. And well, I think that's what I'm gonna do today. Go bag me a peak. They're calling. They're speaking to me. And I'm answering. I'm coming. Well, like I said, because these mountains keep calling me, I must go. But it has been a long, long time since I have climbed to the peak of a mountain. So, like back in the days when I used to climb the peaks of these mountains, the bigger mountains, the bigger peaks, I would have to train myself. So today, I'm not going to do one of those big, huge mountains. I'm actually going to do the smaller mountain, just to give myself a little training. Then tomorrow, I'm actually going to do one of the bigger mountains. But I'm sorry to say that I'm not going to film myself doing the big mountain, because I want to be able to enjoy that, take it all in, and not have to worry about filming and taking pictures and all that. So, one of the things that you guys are going to notice in a lot of my videos lately is I'm trying to reconnect myself with nature. I'm trying to reconnect myself on why I started this journey, why I'm out here living in nature. I've kind of let that go this year, and it's time for me to get back to doing that again. It's been a little stressful year, and I really should not have let myself go with the meditating, being one with nature, going out hiking, taking this all in, and now I'm getting back to that, because I'm at peace. And so therefore, when I go and climb one of these big, huge mountains, and I get up there to the top, to that peak, I want to be able to sit up there and enjoy it and take it in. I want to be able to take it in and breathe the whole hike in, all the way up the mountain with no cameras. So you guys will just have to take my word that I did it. But today we're going to go do the small mountain so I can train for the big one. Okay, I had to put the hike off for just a minute because one of my campmates over there had his binoculars out and he was looking around for wildlife, and there's about 4 or 5 bighorn sheep out here. So it's a little ways away, so I'm trying to, I guess I'm hiking right now, so I'm trying to hike so I can get a closer look at these bighorn sheep and show you guys. Oh no, he said, my campmate just yelled at me and said they're running. I'm trying. I gotta hike up all these hills. You guys know how I feel about wildlife. Alright, let me stop filming so in case I see them I can get my other camera out and film them. I literally ran a little bit. Well, that sucks. They started running. They were, pretty far out there. They were out there below that mountain right there. But I did see them running as soon as I grabbed this camera to film them, because I film with multiple cameras, and this one has the zoom in it. So we'll try to zoom in, maybe see if we can just see them. I don't think so though. I think they're gone. Oh, they're gone. Just like a typical bear running from me. Oh well. Well, here's the mountains, and that's the small one I'm gonna go do right now. That kind of sucked. I really wanted to get a view, a closer view of those bighorn sheep. Well, that really sucked. You know, I've been coming out here to Quartzsite for a few years now. And, you know, the only wildlife I've ever seen is critters and coyotes. I've never seen a deer. I for sure have not seen a bighorn sheep out here. I didn't even know bighorn sheep were out here. I would have been on the lookout for them. And no, I've seen tons of bighorn sheep before. Because if you go to Valley of Fire State Park in Nevada, you are almost guaranteed to see a bighorn sheep out there. And I've hiked all through that area. But I'm close to this mountain that I'm about to go climb. So this is as close as I've gotten to it. So I can kind of scope it out right now and see what route I should take going up. Because this is like an ATV trail right here. It doesn't go up that mountain, but it looks like I can pretty much go up that route right there. And then there's going to be some rocks that I'm going to have to crawl over at the very top. Doable. What's that loud popping noise? What is that noise? It almost sounds like a shotgun. Can you guys hear that? I know there's no hunting around here. That's so odd. I mean, it's way off in the distance, so nothing for me to be concerned of, but I definitely think that's a shotgun. So now I have to go take me a little break and regroup before I go do this hike. I have a PTSD for gunshots, and it triggers me. So now I have to go regroup because I know that was a shotgun. And we're off. Okay, that's where we're going. Well, that wasn't good. My campmates even said that it sounded like a shotgun, and it was coming from over in the area where the bighorn sheep was. So I'm sure it was an idiot shooting towards the bighorn sheep. Now, normally I don't call people names unless they deserve it, and whoever that was deserves to be called an idiot, because there's definitely no camping, camping. There's definitely no hunting allowed here in Quartzsite when you have almost 1 million people that come here and set up camp all over this area, all over BLM land, everything. I mean, we're just a few hundred yards away from where the bighorn sheep was, and there's an idiot out there shooting a shotgun. I just don't understand people sometimes. And then I'm not a professional or whatever about hunting, but I'm gonna say that you can't shoot and kill a bighorn sheep. I wish I would have seen who was doing it, because no, I wouldn't have approached them, but I would have definitely called the cops on them for sure. Absolutely ridiculous. And then the interstate is right over there with hundreds and thousands of vehicles going by. I mean, what a careless act. And I'm not going to really get into the details or anything, but I have PTSD, and I can't even watch a movie if there's gunshots on it, because it triggers me. And when I say I'm not going to get into it, I'll just give you the short, simple thing. I've already decompressed. One of the reasons why I started this journey of being in nature and working on myself is my father committed suicide in front of me with that instrument. So yeah, it triggers me. You know, when I'm finding places to camp and stay at for a little while, you know, one of the things that I do is I look up to see if it's hunting season in the area. And if it's hunting season, I can't go. I have to go somewhere else. All right. Hiking up the little mountain, and it's pretty steep. Pretty steep. But I get to hike through all these choyas. I said it right. If you saw my last video, you guys will know what I'm talking about. There was a whole patch of these choyas right here, and I called them cholas. We all know what cholas are. I mean, they're spelled like that, so I was halfway right. Okay, onward.
When I'm out here hiking, it feels like I'm the only one left in this world. The noise fades, the worries quiet, and for this moment, everything else disappears. Surrounded by nature, my breath slows, my shoulders soften, and a sense of peace washes over me. Out here, my mind is calm, my body is grounded, and most importantly, my soul is at rest.
I'm almost there. I got this little hump to go over, up that little section, and then bam, on that hump. But look at the view. I don't know if you guys can see, but way out there is the town of Quartzsite. What an awesome view. I miss doing things like this. I really do. I'm not in the shape and as healthy as I was back then when I used to do this all the time. This used to be like a weekend thing for me, climbing to peaks of mountains. I've done the 3rd highest peak in Nevada. That was pretty epic. So, yeah. So I guess we should continue on up. Onward. It's a good thing that I have the drone with me, and the drone can video me going up the mountain, because it would be kind of hard climbing up all these rocks and going up with camera equipment in my hand. Look at these 2 cactuses right here. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
As I hike up this mountain, I can't help but think about how much I used to love climbing to the summits. There's just nothing quite like reaching the top, standing there, out of breath, feeling that deep sense of accomplishment settle in. Now, this mountain isn't as big as some of the ones I've climbed before, but that doesn't take anything away from this moment. Because being here again, putting one foot in front of the other, reminds me that I'm still capable, and it feels really good to be doing this. Every step that I get closer to the top, my heart feels full. Out here, surrounded by desert and silence, memories come rushing back of all the mountains I used to climb and how alive I felt doing it. This place reminds me that I've always found strength in the climb, even when I forget it.
I made it. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad at all. I think I probably could have done that big mountain back there. That one right there. Without training for it. But I had to be smart when doing my hiking. As you guys can see, You know, the town of Quartzsite is way over there. I'm hoping you guys can see that. All those little white dots on the ground down there, that's the town of Quartzsite. And this is how far back we are. Because although I love coming to Quartzsite, I like to have my peace and serenity and seclusion away from all the madness and the partying and all that stuff. So, down there is where me and my friends are set up camp, right down there. And all around us, for miles and miles and miles and miles, not a soul in sight. It's like we're the only people on earth. We're literally in the middle of the desert. Secluded.
Standing on this desert peak, wrapped in wind and wide open skies, I feel something shift inside of me. This mountain may be small, but this moment is big. Up here, the weight I've been carrying finally loosens, and I remember I am still strong, still capable, and still becoming.
Okay, it's time to hike back down this rocky mountain. Almost like tiptoe right now. Going down is always a little harder than coming up for me. But when I do my hiking, I always film either my hike in or my hike out. And then whatever, like if I hike in and I film my hike in, then my hike out I don't film. Because that all goes to, I want to be able to take this in without the cameras. So sometimes when I hike in, I don't film. And I will film the hiking out. So with that being said, it is time for me to concentrate, number one, on getting back down this mountain. But also time to put the cameras away, enjoy my hike back down this little mountain through the desert and back to the school bus. Hope you guys enjoyed my little hike up here. Tomorrow is the big day. I attempt the big one, the big mountain. And that'll be a special time for sure. All right, guys. Till next time.